Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yay.
Friday. It's Hot Mess Mama. It's Friday, and it's time for some wine tasting. I don't know about you, but I think that we deserve it.
I know, it's after 5.
It's after 5. It's 5. Sorry for our delay, but you know what? We're moms, and 7 minutes is like early.
Pretty good.
Right?
Pretty
right?
Good.
So tonight I have my guest host. We have Miss Megan here, and
Hello.
she is going to be joining us. She's a friend of mine from the gym. Her and I do some classes together regularly, and our kids. Have our kids ever played together?
I don't know. They might have probably seen each other in the kids zone.
In the kid, like when we work out, they have a nursery, and I bet you our kids have probably.
Yeah, or at the pool.
Probably the pool.
I've seen your husband with them at the pool.
Yeah, because that's where I ditch my husband. I say,
Yeah.
you take the kids
I know, I'm like,
to
I
the
don't
pool.
want to see him. So, yeah. And I don't think he knows who we are, so I'm like the crazy lady who knows your kids.
Well, you know what, though? I'm sure that I'm just adjusting the camera. Very professional. I'm sure that for you, it's the same as it is for me, that like everybody in town knows your kid, but you have no idea who they are. Yes. Like, my husband's like, I keep driving Enzo in the drive up, and these people keep saying, I know him. And I ask Enzo, who is that? And Enzo says, I don't know. But like, they know him.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I was just picking Enzo up from he does gymnastics at Rose's.
Okay.
And I was picking him up the other day, and Enzo walks up to me and he hands me this invitation, and it's a birthday party invitation. My son Enzo got invited to a birthday party for a kid I have never met, some kid that's in his gymnastics like team or whatever, and I'm like, who is this? Like, I've never met the mother, I've never met the kid.
That's how we were for baseball. We got invited to a fun party, but is that Bricks for Kids? So we're like, okay.
Bricks for Kids is like this really cool kind of like Lego place.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, I don't know this kid, I don't know anything about this kid.
I was like, well, I guess we're gonna get him some Legos.
I have no idea what to get this kid. I don't know his mother, so it's not like I could text her and say, hey, what's on his wish list?
They don't tell you anyway, because so many people are like, oh, anything, don't say that.
Oh, that's like such a man thing.
I say, you know what? Thad likes Legos. He likes, X, Y, and Z. That's what he likes. But you know what?
I always am ready. I'm always ready. I'll ask
Please.
Enzo, like, what kind of things you want. But, like, you can kind of
They
tell.
want, like, everything.
You can tell about, like, if there's a theme or even, like, an invitation that, like, if the invitation has Ninja Turtles on it or has Power Rangers on it.
Unless you just don't want to pay the $6 for the invitation, go to the Dollar Tree and get whatever one that's
Right.
kind of boyish, in which you say it's a Lego.
Right, like, yeah.
It's pirates.
Yeah. Or,
I'm not paying $6 for invitations.
I know, right? Luckily, I have a friend who, like, does, works a lot with Photoshop. And I'll be like, hey, this is what I found on Etsy. Can you create this? And he'll make it for me, which is really great. It's great to have friends that are artistic like that.
It is.
Right?
It would be handy. Well, my husband is, but he doesn't like to do it very often.
What does your husband do?
Well, he works with computers, but he's a very good artist. So before we had children, for a lot of my birthdays, he would paint me a cool picture, like related to food and animals. They're really cute. But he hates doing it because he hates painting. He just likes to draw. So we would only do it for my birthday. But now that we have kids, and then we get into
like that. He's never ever done anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like the first 2 days I knew him, he did romantic things. But I mean, we were best friends before we were dating, so I guess there's like I already knew everything about him at that point, right?
But is your husband like artsy like that? It's not like I've made anything good for Riley.
I don't know. I think our husbands or our partners all have skills and talents that they just don't.
They don't really want to use.
Not that they don't want to use them, but like they just don't broadcast that they have that skill, because then they know that they're going to be expected.
But the women are like, oh, I can do that. And then I'm like, oh, you need that drawn? I'll ask Riley.
Right.
And Riley's like,
thanks. Yeah.
It's like, why am I having to do this?
Because my wife asked me. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because I said so.
That doesn't always fly with that. I cannot get that phrase to fly with anybody in my life, because I said so.
No.
Say it to my daughter. Say it to my husband.
No.
Say it to.
No, it doesn't. But I try.
I know.
I did get him to draw the Olaf for Meredith's birthday party the year before, because it looks so good.
Yeah, like I can boss my husband around when we're talking, like when we're doing
Kids
parties or events.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know what to do, so like I just stand here and just be my gopher and do what I want you to do when I want you to do it, right?
Yes.
So that's what they're pretty much good for, and they just know that like don't cross me when I'm in party mode, like event mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of stressful.
That's like your forte.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. But what was I going to say? Oh, so I've had all of these ideas bouncing off of my mind this week. It's been has your week felt as hectic as mine?
It's because it's so blessed cold.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's cold by North Carolina standards. codes. And like, we shouldn't be complaining because all those nor'easters and everything
Yeah,
that
I
are
guess
up north,
so.
you know,
I guess
but like,
so. But I'm still going to complain about those 30-degree mornings.
I know. Like, and for our kids, we're like, they don't want to wear coats.
Meredith wants to wear dresses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you have to put on real clothes.
Yeah, and
you must wear pants. Stop wearing sandals. And you have to wear a jacket.
Right, and for people that know me and my daughter, she's a stripper. Like, so we will be anywhere. We regularly gets naked at McDonald's. Regularly, like she did last week. Every time we go to McDonald's, she feels the need to like derobe, and like even on the playground, like she'll be in the mulch and she'll just start taking off all her clothes, and then she sees a sandbox and she wants to make snow angels in the sandbox. Like she just is this like born free soul, and so I'm like, it's kind of crazy.
I thought it was bad that Meredith changed her clothes 3 times a day.
Right, and so like,
that would be worse.
Oh, so does my daughter. Like, what is up with that? My daughter insists on wearing like 6 pairs of pajamas
that's
and like
second
socks.
clothes. Socks that come off as soon as you can. I'm like, aren't you cold? I've got my slippers on, my socks on.
Right, but then does she go to the drawer to get a fresh pair?
No.
Oh my gosh, we go through about 6 different pairs of socks a day. Like, because she just wants a new pair every 2 seconds.
She refuses to wear them after the first time.
Oh, I almost wish I had that problem because I do like entire loads of laundry and they're just socks.
Yeah, I find things like under the bed, in the step stool.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't, just put it in the laundry hamper, man.
Who do we have? Hey, Elise and Heather. How are you? Elise, how are you doing? I keep seeing these gorgeous pictures of you guys and your family and your gorgeous. I cannot get over how big Christopher is. She's got her youngest son. Like, I feel like she lived here in Greenville and she's moved since. And now I follow up with her through her pictures on social media. I just can't believe how quickly he's grown. I guess that's, everyone always says that, but like,
it's so much easier when you don't have to do it.
It's a reminder of how old we're getting. And then there's Heather, who always joins us virtually, and I'm trying to get her to come live with me. She's what, you know, there's the people that will be live with you. And then there's the people that are so terrified to be live that they're just like, no. But Heather's like got super fun stuff. She's like really funny and everything, and she's gorgeous, but she just doesn't want to be on camera. So I'm like, you need to go. I will put you behind the camera. We'll just hear your voice. So I'm trying to sell her on that, like a talk show. Right. I'll get you a. We won't have a coffee mug. We'll have you like a personalized wine glass, and that'll be your thing. It'll be awesome. But we were talking about what were we talking about?
The kids. Growing up,
I know,
fast.
but before that,
beautiful son, pictures, social media.
Oh, gosh, it was really good. I was going somewhere with this. We were talking about kind of the crazy week that we were having.
Oh yeah, the cold, and then we got sidetracked by cold. Crazy week, hectic.
But you know, I felt like this week was especially hectic. I mean, like there were 2 days this week that I was 1 hour late dropping my daughter off at school. We're not talking like, oh, she missed the bell. We're talking like 2 hours. I mean, 2 times I was 1 hour late this week.
Wow. What are you doing?
I know, right? Okay, so this week my husband was out of town, which means I have to do drop off for my son at 8 o'clock and then drop off for my daughter at 9. There are 2 different schools. So it's like I have to get her in the car, take him out, and then like bring her back. It's kind of like hectic and crazy. And so she's always the one that's late because
you got something else to
I've got like something I've got to do in the middle of her getting ready. But this week she was just like... one day she got overzealous with the scissors and was cutting stuff, and she was drawing stuff all over the place. Not her hair.
Meredith has cut her hair more than once.
Not her hair,
more than
not
once.
her hair.
And she's done it at school. She did it at home at least 2 or 3 times. And we hide the scissors, but then sometimes Dad gets them out for her.
Oh, I know. We've got like the kids' scissors. We got like 3 or 4 pairs of kitty scissors, but she'll put her tiny little monkey toes on the handles of the drawers, and she'll climb up to the scissors drawer and get the scissors out, and she starts cutting her. She's cut like checks, like people that have sent me checks for stuff. She's shredded those. You know, she'll cut like important legal documents. I'm like, and we don't leave them out laying around. No. She just seems to find them. It's incredible.
Yes, it is. Dad's like, she wanted them.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to do crafts.
Yeah,
you were.
Mm-hmm. Crafts, and that's who's cleaning up after the crafts, right? So like she was overzealous with the scissors and the markers and stuff that she was kind of drawing all over the place. But then this one particular morning, she's potty training, and I don't mean to get graphic on you because we're near dinner time, but she like pooped in her little potty, her little pot or whatever, and instead of like she loves to flush it herself, like dump it and flush it herself. Literally, I'm getting ready to walk out the door with my son, and I look at her, and she has got it in her hands, and she's like finger painting with her poop. She's got it all over herself, finger painting with the poop. It's all over my bathroom. It's all over her clothes. And I need to get my son in the car and take him to, because his school does not tolerate late. Like you're late and you have to go to the office and get like a pink slip, and it's a walk of shame. So like I literally kind of threw her poopiness, Princess Poopy, in the car, drove him to school, and then had to get her back to get her like not only her cleaned, but sanitized, and then OxyCleaned all the clothes, and then had to get her redressed, and then I had to like scrub walls because of all of the markers and the it was just like, and then I get her in the car and I drop her off at school. I'm still in my pajamas. Like I dropped her off at school at 10 o'clock in my pajamas. And as I drop her off, I'm looking down at my steering wheel and I see that there's a warning light on there that my blinker's out. And I'm like in desperate need of an oil change. And I'm like it's just raining and pouring crap on me. And then I was like, okay, so here are my options. I can go home, because I'm going to have to turn around and come right back to pick this monster up. I could go to the gym, right? I still have to go home because I'm still in my pajamas. I can go to the gym, or I can go home and take a shower. I'm like, what is the necessity here? I went home and took a shower, felt much better, brushed my teeth. I was like, okay, I feel like $1 million. So I was like, okay, this is something like a shower, and I think some toothpaste can fix, right? But then I still feel like I need to go to the gym. I was in the gym I walked in the gym and I had 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm like, should I just bail on this? No, I pushed like monstrously hard on the elliptical for 6 minutes, and that was my workout, which is like the most pathetic thing ever. I was like,
you got there.
She's in the gym all the time, and I see her all the time, and not only is she always on time, she's like ready, and she like showers and gets dressed like a normal human being, whereas I am in my pajamas. I was in the pajamas today, so I had to go to the church office this morning to do something, and I wasn't expecting to do that. I know. I get up at 5. I'm up at 5.
What are you doing?
I know, and I still can't get my kid to school at 9 o'clock.
What are you doing? Do you not get dressed as soon as you wake up?
No, I get them dressed and fed, and I got the dog, and then I'm like...
Self first. Put on your clothes when you get up. You should do that. That's that way you're ready for the gym. No, because you know what happens then? Then the kids hear me getting up, and when I'm in the shower is when all hell breaks loose. But you don't have to shower. I don't shower before the gym.
Oh, I do. I shower before
Why
the gym.
do you shower before the gym?
Okay, are you one of those that like won't sleep in a dirty bed? Like if you're dirty, will you not sleep in your bed?
No, because especially if it's clean sheet day.
Oh, she's got a clean sheet day. I've got
Wednesday's clean sheet
smell day. That's another question I wanted to ask you. But we need to crack into some wine. Okay, so I was doing a little bit of research. A lot of magazines and a lot of like wine connoisseurs and sommeliers were trying to pair wines with fast food and McDonald's. And so there was an article in like Vogue, and there was an article in the Huffington Post, and some like wine spectators and stuff about what are the appropriate wines to be pairing with, like a Big Mac and a filet of fish or chicken nuggets or French fries. So we're going to go with what their recommendations are. Now,
because we would not have a clue. I like beer.
I know. We're going to do a beer tasting next week, I think.
Well, I miss it.
No, well, you come. It's not like let's make a party. So I can't eat meat today because it's Friday and it's Lent and I'm Catholic. So who's that? Amy! How are you, Amy? Amy, can you come to one of these? Are you one of those people that doesn't like to be on Facebook? Well, I can put you behind the scenes. I would just love for you to come. Who's that? Hey, Christine. She's a girlfriend of mine from Chicago. We work together. So she's an hour behind us. So she might be... It's not closing time for you yet, huh? I know, bummer. Well, she's going to be the Big Mac eater because she can eat meat today.
Yes, I haven't had McDonald's in years.
I know, right? I haven't had a Big Mac in like... Do you remember that people were like, oh, I'm going to get a Big Mac. Oh, I'm going to get an ice cream sundae. And they're like, you do know that there's like 4 times as many calories in a Big Mac than there is in an ice cream sundae. And I was it's crazy. I am going to be sampling a filet o fish sandwich. Nostalgic favorite that as a Catholic I don't think we ever ate unless it was Lent.
I remember my dad getting that at Lent.
Yeah,
that's what we got.
Yeah, and that's so. But let me tell you. Look, you got pizza. Kids got cheese pizza.
I know, and my kids are most excited that Mommy didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you.
When they're older, they're going to deeply regret.
They are.
All their love of things Mommy didn't make.
Yeah, they're gonna be wanting some of this stuff. So, are you following this feed? She's gonna try to help me follow the feed. So every 5 seconds, I don't have to go. What you're saying?
I don't know how to do that. Of course, I don't.
You just have to log into the Facebook Live.
Am I this?
I'm gonna help her. She's an old lady.
I don't know how to.
She's so not an old lady. I'm the old lady.
I don't know how to do these things.
Here it is. It's live.
I'm like, I don't.
You're watching. Here. You can follow the feed. So,
I don't know how to do that.
you just read what they're saying. Yeah. So they had said, they had suggested that the Big Mac be obviously, they tried them with whites and reds, and they were like, the Big Mac is going to be paired with a Malbec. That's what they suggested was the best.
My favorite.
But I also have some leftover, what is that, Shiraz? Yeah. That might be good too, but I'm going to definitely have her try the Malbec. They had said that the best that paired with the filet of fish, believe it or not, was a rosé. A rosé, right? Like, this is the pink stuff that we all are like ashamed as women to drink because it makes us look so girly. But they said that it paired best with the filet of fish because it had something to do with the pickles and the relish and the like tartar sauce that made it pair really well. And they also said that the Sauvignon Blanc could pair well with it.
It's a very pretty bottle.
Yeah, I know, right? They also, get a load of this. They said they were disappointed because the filet of fish they had thought would pair really well with the champagne / Prosecco, and they said it was like a huge fail. But they said that the burgers go okay with the champagne, and the French fries, they had said, were best paired with a champagne. So I've got a champagne chilling in the fridge, and we've got some fries here that we don't want the kids to know because they're eating a $5 Little Caesars pizza. Let me
wait that way.
Yeah. So
be in charge. You be in charge.
I know, Christine. Like, rosés are making a comeback. I totally agree. Elise, you're loving the organic protein. Oh, I'm so glad that you like it. Which flavor do you do? Like I said, I use the vanilla. I do the vanilla like in a lot of smoothies because my kids can't really detect it. But like if I was to drink it straight, I typically do the chocolate. I'm so glad that you are enjoying that. I think I'm going to start trying some of the other ones that were on that recommendation list to see which ones I'm really going to fall in love with. But, so Christine, rosé is making a comeback. Do you drink the rosé? Like I said, I kind of feel like such a...
I like early drinks.
I know, but I just feel like wine snobs look at me and go...
But I enjoy a Moscato in the summer. In the summer.
In the summer.
In the
city. I enjoy anything, any time of the year. Any time of day. But so they said these will go well with that, then these will go well with that. French snails we have hiding in a bag. I have to ask the question. Do you have on your phone like apps for any fast food restaurants?
No, but I was thinking about getting the Chick-fil-A one.
Yes. Okay, so I am in love with the Chick-fil-A app. Not because like I eat at Chick-fil-A 1,000 times a day, but
that's like the one fast food place we love to go.
We love to go to because their chicken is flash fried, which makes it healthier, and it's delicious, and our kids love it. And they always have a play place. So if we have bad weather here, that's the first place that every mother in town goes to because that's really the only place that really has a play place. And then when you have the app, they give you free stuff all the time, and you can order from your app like as you're driving there.
I hear that.
And then it's ready for you the second you get in the door, which is normally not a big deal, but like even just getting into the parking lot at our Chick-fil-A is like...
It is.
It's like you have to have some serious big defense because there's so many people.
The line is like from 11 a.m.
to like 2.
To 2. Yeah, you go back there in the afternoon and you're like, what are you doing eating lunch?
And they send like some of their checkers, what are they, register people, what do we call them? Order takers? I'm not sure what we call them.
Oh, okay.
But they send them outside with like a tablet because they cannot push the orders through the drive-through fast enough. So they have people that are out there from Chick-fil-A with their tablets taking people's orders in the line.
Kind of like at the Great Harvest Bread Company.
Yes. So it's like, it's crazy. So as a mom, when you're like, I cannot stand in line with my 2 kids, it's perfect because you can drive up and get it, or you can go in and get it.
It'd be faster probably to walk in and get it, even with the children.
Yeah, I know, but
getting out of the car with kids.
I know, like forget that. That's wrong on so many levels.
Isn't it horrible?
Portillo's does the same thing. We don't have Portillo's here in North Carolina. Portillo's is like this awesome, like Chicago style hot beef place. You are getting your Christine, my friend.
Saying it's better pizza than what I make.
Yeah, well,
from scratch, including the dough.
I was saying that I have a friend of mine. We were talking about appliances this week. One of my friends, which you guys have seen, she's done some of these lives with me, Melissa. She makes pizzas in her No, bread maker. She makes pizzas in a bread maker.
Wait, like...
And it's not just the dough.
Not just
she
the
makes
dough?
like full-on pizza.
It must be a very large bread maker.
I have no idea. She's gonna school me. She's gonna.
We do our dough in there, and then we bought a giant cast iron skillet and press it out in a skillet and bake that. And when you grill it too, it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
we might have to get a tutorial
The
on it. She's like an Instant Pot expert too, but I digress. So we were talking about. Let me keep on track here. We were talking about Chick-fil-A having the app for the Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
Today, knowing that I was going to have to go here, the Golden Arches, I installed the app on my phone, thinking, okay, I know that I've got because I didn't want to bring cold sandwiches to our tasting, so I was like, I know at like 4:45 I need to go down the street, get the burgers, and then go 2 doors down to the Little Caesars drive-up window, pick up the cheese pizza, and then come home. So I'm like, but I just want to order all the food on my app so I can literally just walk in or drive up and pick it up. I was amazed as a first-time user of all the free stuff you can get if you have the app. Like I got like a buy one get one Filet-O-Fish sandwich. I got a $1 Big Mac. I got free French fries, and I could have gotten like a free milkshake, but their milkshake machine was down. I was feeling, is this some sort of conspiracy that at every McDonald's, whenever you go there, either their milkshake machine or their ice cream machine is down? Because am I the only one that experiences this? Panera Bread has a great app.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
That would be a good one. I wonder if this Panera now that it's moved, if they are mobile friendly.
I bet they are.
I know that some of the newer Paneras have kiosks where you can go in and order off a kiosk.
Yeah, I
by
bet
the
they
beach.
do.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think our Panera had
Does
like
it?
a little thing where you could do
where you like walk up and you can instead of waiting in a line.
That was just the old one too.
Yeah. So I'm now kind of sort of in love with this McDonald's app because not only is it fast, you get a lot of free stuff. And I think that the more you use the mobile app, the more free stuff you get. And it's kind of the same way with Chick-fil-A. Like,
sure.
Yeah. So I'm kind of digging on that.
I wish Chick-fil-A were closer.
Yeah, I do too. But
maybe they should build another one on our side of town.
No, don't worry. But then what are we going to do? We're not going to have another, mattress place or cell phone.
We have so many mattress places. Do you think it's all a scheme? I saw somebody had posted that they thought,
I'm okay.
That it was a scheme for like money laundering.
I know,
because
right?
There are so many. How can they exist?
I know. It's like I don't know how any of them can survive.
Not that many people have to need a new mattress.
No.
8 years.
No, they don't. I know. Flip it, people. Flip it. No.
And really, at 8 years, I could tell.
You can tell it gets lumpy and bumpy.
Your back starts to hurt. We're getting old.
I forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna keep talking while I explain something. Number one, I somehow hurt my neck or kinked my neck or something the other day, and it might have hurt myself exercising or weightlifting, or it could have just been, I don't know, me sleeping on it wrong. And I went to her and I was like, I really hurt my neck, and I think I need to go to my chiropractor. I'm just afraid in the past he can sometimes make it worse. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she's like, get these special pillows, and I probably need to get one of those. But I went to Amazon and I bought this little number, and it's like a shiatsu massager. It was like $25. So I was like, okay, $25. If it doesn't work and I don't love it, whatever.
Well, our church is having a yard sale April 14th.
No, this ain't going to the yard sale, girl. You're gonna beta test this for us. I'm gonna plug her in. Okay, so meanwhile, here, plug it in. Gotta take the baby things out.
I know.
And also she
needs
needs
the old school ones too.
She also needs. She's taking the baby plugs out. And if you guys didn't see my baby hack thing, that one broadcast, did you know that you can, in a pinch, use a Band-Aid and put a Band-Aid, look over there. You can put a Band-Aid over the outlet instead of using one of those, one of these to protect your plugs. You can use Band-Aid. It actually works.
So what do I do? Put this on my neck?
Turn it on. There's a little on button.
Look, so what does this do?
Nothing. It's just
nothing.
Put this behind your back.
Okay.
And then push that little, or your neck even, or whatever. And
okay.
You got to maybe put your back against the thing. Yeah, and then there's a little button. Push the button. And it'll start to massage in different ways. And it's heated. She's got her hair down, so I might have to cut her hair out of this at some point. Well, you guys can't see her right now, but she can give you the moans.
There
we go. Got it? You can see that now? She's got it prepped behind her neck. You can see the little red dots going.
That's nice, because I was afraid it would be painful? Really painful. Like the ones that sometimes you do for your back are really push in, and then you're like, hello. Because I actually took a class in shiatsu when I was in high school.
Did you
to learn shiatsu massage. No joke.
No joke.
No joke.
Well,
and
you're full of surprises, aren't you?
I know. Who knew? So it is really nice. It's not as painful. It's very gentle.
Well, and it will change direction and like pressure points and stuff. And they tell you like on your first use to not use it. It only has a 30-minute timer, and they tell you not to use it for more than like the first use to not use it for more than like 10 minutes because your body pressure points are serious stuff.
Pressure points are.
Yeah, but you can use that on your neck. You can use it on your shoulders, your back, your legs, your thighs.
Oh, I see. It's good at reverse.
Yeah, my neck. I was feeling much, much better. So I wanted to treat my guest to a massage. Don't say I never gave anything. So while she's doing that, and I'm going to get some wine ready for us to partake of.
First,
I did pour mine first because mine was a screw top. That's why hers requires an opener.
Some effort there.
So I'm going to get that moving. But so we were talking about apps. So Elise says Panera. Christine says Portillo's. You and I were talking Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. I was thinking, I'm sure that Little Caesars has an app, but like, why would you need it? Because you literally could drive right up and get a pizza.
You know what's really good there? Crazy bread.
I almost thought about crazy bread.
I haven't had that in years either.
I know. But it was a Big Mac for $1, and I'm like, did you know that the Big Macs now you can buy them as like the regular Big Mac, there's 3 tiers, but you can also buy them at a 2-tier or a 1-tier.
Didn't you see that? Wasn't that the Olympic commercial that they had?
It could have been.
Because that was the only McDonald's commercial they would play over and over again.
I didn't see it.
You didn't watch the Olympics?
No. I wasn't very enthralled with the Olympics this year. I just wasn't into it.
I feel like we have it on, at least as background noise.
Yeah, I wasn't into it this year. But you know what else I want to talk about? Which I think is really awesome. If you guys hadn't seen it, yesterday was International Women's Day.
Yes.
Did you see what the McDonald's were doing like all over the world yesterday? Did you see that?
They flipped the arches.
They flipped the arches, like their signs that said, the M or whatever. They flipped them upside down so it was a W. So that like anytime I was wondering, did any of ours in town do it?
I didn't drive by one.
I don't think I drove by one either to see, but like, isn't that cool that they flipped it over just for yesterday?
You know what?
In honor of women.
Because there's one close to the gym on Charles.
Yeah.
I should have looked harder.
Dinner time for the Lamberts. Oh, well, we miss you, Elise. Enjoy. Hugs to all of your kids. Have a glass. And please join us again if you can. We're usually here for about 45 minutes, but I know dinner time is really hard, right? I know. So, but our friends on the other time zones, they're still at work. So it's like there's never a good time to do it. There's never a good time to do a wine tasting for everyone, but there's always a good time to do a wine tasting. So tell me what your thoughts are on International Women's Day while I cork your wine.
Oh, good. Put me on the spot. Did I get to prepare for this? No. I think it's nice. It's actually on my brother-in-law's birthday. He thinks it's really fun, so that's kind of cool.
Did you know it's on Barbie's birthday too? Barbie
today's
was invented
March 8th?
Yeah, I think so.
I did not know that about Barbie.
Yes.
That's cool. I saw that Barbie was coming out with more international women.
Did you see that for my stuff?
Maybe.
Yes, not international women, they're role models.
Yeah, so maybe it was.
Frida and...
I saw that they were going to have one of the ladies from the
Olympics.
The math movie. Catherine.
The math movie? You're talking about the ladies at NASA?
NASA, yeah.
I was thinking of that movie. I love that movie.
That was a really good one.
I know. I saw it because we had free trial one night of HBO.
Oh, we saw it in the theater. It was super excellent.
Have you gone back to the theater since the incident?
Oh, no, I hadn't since the AMC.
Yeah, we have 2 movie theaters in town, and one of them there was a shooting. And I think I talked about it last week on our wine tasting, that literally there was shots fired in the theater because people were fighting. Over their assigned seats.
And we had just been there, I think, the weekend before to see the Black Panther, which is awesome.
Is it?
It is
the
so
movie that
good.
they had the shooting in.
Well, I can see that, I guess. But I mean, that movie is
out in the world.
But that is such a good movie. It's one of the best. I love the comic book movies. Well, the Marvel ones. I don't do the Batman ones. And they're just so dark.
They're very dark.
I did like Wonder Woman. That was good. We saw that was on HBO.
How terrible am I? I'm like about women's empowerment, and I blew it. All right, the kids are upstairs, so we can pull out the fries. Okay, so here's the next question. Oh, they're starting to get soggy. We got to eat them fast. So here's the next question. What are your favorite French fries? Burger King, McDonald's, they all are different. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A does have good ones. McDonald's, before they had to get rid of the beef fat, were so the best. As long as they're salty.
I know. What good is it if you don't salt like popcorn or salt French
There's
fries?
no point.
I know. It's useless.
Don't you think McDonald's is really angry that they were kind of forced to get rid of the tallow fries, and now you go to a fancy restaurant and you have to pay at least $4 for a tiny amount of beef fat fries that you used to be able to get at McDonald's
or
for $1.
fries. You know?
Yes, those are good too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they must be so angry about that. I'd be angry. I am kind of angry because then you can't go to McDonald's and get one.
I'm hangry. Are you hangry?
Yes.
I'm hangry.
I had a very light lunch in preparation for eating McDonald's.
Binging that we will have.
Turn this off.
There's the button. Just push the button again.
Oh, I did push it again.
Well, she didn't push it right.
It didn't feel like it warmed up.
Mike, how you doing? My friend Mike.
Oh, that turns off the heat.
And we have to hold it down for like 3 seconds and hold everything. So my friend Mike is also with us, it appears. Good to see you, Mike. He's a friend of mine, a good old family friend from our days in Chicago. Now, this is what kills me. Look at how tiny this little fish sandwich is. And it's square, right? This is a fish sandwich. For all you guys haven't seen it, it's just a little thing. It's a square fish patty with American cheese and tartar sauce on it. It is the tiniest little sandwich. It's about the size of like a cheeseburger. And it costs like $3.50.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So you never said your verdict is Chick-fil-A French fries?
I like Chick-fil-A French fries because I like Chick-fil-A.
You love Chick-fil-A. Okay. So, and here's my next question for you.
Although nothing is better than having French fries and a Frosty.
Oh, I know. Is that a northerner thing? Is that
or
something?
French fries and an ice cream sundae from McDonald's.
Yes.
Also excellent.
Yes, I'm hearing you, my sister. So
That's the ticket.
I've got a thing about.
Sweet and salty.
That's
What
ketchup. No, I don't want to double dip.
Oh, that's sweet.
I've got a thing about ketchup. I don't like to eat it cold. Like, I don't like to eat cold ketchup on warm fries.
That makes sense.
All right, that's just kind of how I feel. That's how I roll. Oh, well. So, Christine, what you doing? What are you doing? Christine, I know that it's not closing time for you yet. What are you doing? My dog is jumping up trying to break into the house. She is smart enough that she knows that she can jump a certain way to push the lever to get in and out of the house. So we have to lock the door. So, all right, cheers to us.
Cheers.
She's tasting the Malbec
with
the triple decker Big
Mac.
Oh, did you sing this song when you were a kid?
What song?
The Big Mac song.
There's a Big Mac song?
And you did the hand clap. Do you remember Miss Mary Mac? Did you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Miss Mary Mac.
It's the same concept. Where it was like Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder French fries, icy Coke, thick shake, sundaes, and apple pies, and the Coke ran away with a spoon. Yeah.
No.
You didn't sing the Big Mac filet of fish song?
No, we were not walking propaganda for McDonald's.
You're gonna move in this way so we can get in the shot.
Okay, there we go.
We want to see her.
Boy, for 56 grams of fat, it is pretty small, isn't it? How is that possible?
This or that?
This is 56 grams of fat.
I'm sure there's a ton of. I mean, like you think, oh, it's fish. It's got to be lighter for you, right? No, it's deep fried fish, slathered with a mayonnaise, tartar sauce, and cheese on like a buttery bun. It is magnificent, and I don't know why I don't buy them more often, like throughout the year. Probably because they are so dang bad for you. But like, I took my kids last week to McDonald's. Again, another time my daughter disrobed. And she never had a filet of fish sandwich before, and I'm like, ugh, she's not gonna eat it. Like, she's never gonna want to eat fish. This is a girl who eats like chicken nuggets and like hamburger, and she's not gonna want fries. Like, no way. Or not fries. She's not gonna want to eat the fish. She devoured like the whole sandwich, and I think it's because of the tartar sauce. I
love tartar sauce, man.
Who doesn't love
tartar
mayonnaise?
sauce? You know who doesn't like mayonnaise? My sister.
Well, that's why she's not here. She's a mayonnaise hater. Mayo hater.
Doesn't like chicken salad or tuna salad.
She like yogurt.
She does like yogurt.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just a texture thing for people. Oh. So we were talking about laundering socks. We are saying, okay, like, my daughter like goes through a gazillion pairs of socks every day, right? And your daughter likes to do wardrobe changes. The clothes. She goes all through all the clothes.
All the clothes.
So, and I was thinking today with the pajamas. My daughter does like regular changes in her pajamas. Like she likes to wear her pajamas during nap time. She calls them nappy jams. So she'll wear nappy jams during nap time, and then she'll change into another pair for dinner time, and then she'll change into another pair to go to sleep in. And so like I don't even bother folding them anymore because she just like goes in the drawer, and pulls out whatever one she wants to wear for that moment before she goes and takes it off, or she soils it or whatever. So like my drawer is like a big ball of like pajamas, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know when the last time was that I washed this. And then I thought to myself, like, I wonder how often people wash their pajamas. Like if your kid wears their pajamas, do you wash them every day, or do you like let them wear them a couple days?
I used to wash them every day, and then I just recently was like, you're not getting them dirty. It's not like they make a big mess with breakfast, or Meredith gets dressed before breakfast, so hers is fine. So I keep it for like a week.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm thinking to myself,
at least 3 or 4 days.
They're not wearing them outside. And I usually put them in their pajamas after they've been bathed/showered.
I know, because it's like, I wear my pajamas for several days.
I know, I do too, until my husband goes, you need to do some laundry. Not like my husband's here sleeping with me, he's traveling all the time, but like I know when it's like, yeah, you need to wash these. Sheets. You say you wash your sheets?
I wash mine every week. I have a schedule for everything.
I thought I did too, but like with sheets, I'm just kind of like,
no,
you're low on my priority list.
Wednesdays are sheet day.
Tasting. Go. Saucy. So,
it's mostly bread and pickle.
I know.
It's amazing. Like, where does the fat come from? Because these little patties are like
tiny.
Right?
I will agree with the other professional wine tasters that they were saying that the fruitiness of the rosé paired well with this because of the acidity in the pickle. So I agree that this is a good pair. I'm always the one that's like, hey, can you put extra tartar sauce on mine, and can you put some extra like in a on the side? Like I love tartar sauce. My kids love tartar sauce. There's just something about it. It's kind of like
dip your French fries in it.
I know, and you know what? I think that like the fish is just a vessel for the tartar sauce. It's basically
that's how I feel about coffee and creamer.
Oh, you're right. Just there for color. The coffee's just there for color.
The coffee's for my sugar and cream.
Oh, I'm telling you. So, but how is that working out for you? That burger,
it's nice.
burger
it's a very
with
nice
the Malbec.
wine. Yeah, they do. I'm surprised to have a wine with a Big Mac.
I know, right?
But it does taste good.
It does taste good. Blair! Fake meat. I can't even. Oh, it's not. What, you're talking about the fillet of fish? Blair's going, oh, Blair's in Virginia. Oh, that's christening. Christening, baby. Something with baby.
I would probably say this is not, it's not really.
It's not mooing.
Meat. Not anymore.
Not mooing anymore. So, fake meat? Well, I don't know if it's fake. I mean, like, it's got.
Well, I bet it has some sort in it because that thing with Taco Bell where it wasn't a certain percentage of actual meat.
So they couldn't call it.
So technically they couldn't call it meat, and so they got in trouble for that. So how much is soy? Who knows? But it's probably better that way anyway.
Well, and I will tell you, have you ever noticed that when you go to a McDonald's that they don't call their ice cream cones? They call them like non-dairy treats. I can't remember what they call them, but like
they're not dairy?
You can walk up to them and say, I want an ice cream cone, or I want, whatever, and they'll get you one, but they're called like non-dairy treats or something because they are actually soy-based.
Really?
Yes, they're milk-free, unless they've changed since.
I did not know that. Now I know that Dairy Queen, it's not ice cream because it's really
there's not a high enough milk content
or something. It's something about it is not quite, but it's delicious.
Blair's saying it's brown slush. It comes in a bag. She's so anti-McDonald's. I was talking to her about this last week. She came and did a wine tasting with me, and we were talking about McDonald's, and she's like, oh my gosh, you fed your child McDonald's? I'm like, okay, not my finest moment. Yes, I don't regularly do that. Usually what I do is, I've shared this little trick with moms before. You pack a brown bag of a sandwich, yogurt stick, apple pouch, juice or whatever. You go to the McDonald's and you order an ice cream cone. Because that will gain them entrance into the play place. But
that's all they really like.
That's all they want, right? So they go.
My kids do not like the actual food, especially the Chick-fil-A, the chicken nuggets. They will not eat the McDonald's nuggets.
But you know what?
I can't believe it.
Give them French fries or some ice cream, and they're all good.
If you compare that to a Chick-fil-A nugget, oh my lord.
I know.
That's no competition.
French fries, they can't be eaten cold, and they're cold, and I'm going to try to microwave them.
Good luck with that. Because I'm still eating them, even though they're not as delicious.
I'm just impressed with the kids didn't eat them. ask you
Oh,
about.
I get champagne.
Yeah,
Excellent.
because we got to try this. Okay, so we were talking about laundering. So those that are out there, Blair, I don't know who else is out there. At least it's gone. That's a beautiful sound. What is? I gotta get champagne glasses. What is your favorite like fast food restaurant to eat at? 1, 2, 3, go. Would you say you're saying Chick-fil-A, right?
Yes, and you know, Bojangles is really close behind.
I love Bojangles, and I never go there anymore. Never. I think it's because, like you said,
That honey mustard sauce.
it's like the Chick-fil-A
It's like-
sauce.
Well, see, it's Bojangles sauce or
Nothing.
nothing. That honey mustard is the bomb. Chick-fil-A's, I could just leave it.
There's all sorts of hacks out there about how you can make it yourself at home. Because
Really?
like
I'll have to look
Chick-fil-A
that
has
up.
gotten all stingy with their.
My
with
husband
their
loves the
sauces.
Polynesian sauce.
Like you say, hey, I've got like a 4 count or 6 count, and they'll give you one little packet. And they'll say, can I have another one? And they charge you. They charge you if you want extra sauces. I'm like, really?
Come on now.
Get a load of this. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. I've never ever seen this happen before. I was
It's
like,
mildly better.
it's better, mildly. Let me get your thoughts on this. Okay, I was at a McDonald's near the beach, and I was floored because I ordered.
Mixing alcohols is best.
So good for us.
It's a Friday.
I saw, okay, I'll get my kids the Happy Meals because they're on the $3 menu, right? And so when I get the bill, it was like $10. And I'm
Whoa.
like, I thought these were on the $3 menu. And they're like, yes, ma'am, but you upgraded. I'm like, what do you mean I upgraded? I just ordered off of the choices. And they're like, well, you asked for milks. I'm like, what?
Really?
They're like, yeah, if you want milk with your Chick-fil-A, or sorry, no Chick-fil-A, if you want milk with your Happy Meal at McDonald's, it's a 50-cent upcharge. And I was like, what? I've been to McDonald's enough and ordered enough Happy Meals that I know that is not the case. And they're like, yeah, well, not every McDonald's does it because they're all individually
really?
owned and operated.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, so wait. And they're like, yeah, so if you order a juice or if you order a milk, it's considered an upgrade at this
That's
particular McDonald's. And I'm
terrible.
like, okay, so what comes with it then? And they're like, I think it's basically soda.
Soda.
Which is
You can't get it.
terrible, right? Terrible. I don't know. Okay.
That's because it's so cheap.
So what are you thinking about champagne and the...
You know, it really does better with a Malbec.
Yeah, but what about the fries? They're saying that the fries
Oh,
go,
the fries,
go real
okay.
best with the champagne.
I think because it is a sweet champagne, and so we've got some
Salty?
sweet and salty, which is a favorite.
So yeah, I've been to other McDonald's where I'm gonna crack into the Sauvignon Blanc, see how that pairs with fried fish sandwich. I've been to other McDonald's where like you'd be like, hey, I'm ordering this meal and I'm ordering drinks and stuff, but you know what? Can I just have a
Isn't that typical?
a second cup because I have a large drink and I'm gonna split it between my daughter and my son, or hey, can I just have like a cup of water? And they charge you for the cup.
Oh my gosh, really?
What is that all
I've
about?
never seen that.
Oh, okay. Blair's saying, she says she's anti-McDonald's, anti-forever. Chick-fil-A is real meat. I think that she has some baggage with McDonald's. She's very, very, very anti. But she's
Well,
just
I mean, that was a big thing like several years ago.
trying the Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, not with a thing, but with the fries.
So tell me, has anyone tasting? I mean, you don't need to be tasting any of the wines that we're tasting. Do a white with the fish and a red with the meat, and do something sparkly with the fries, and you know what? Grab whatever you got. Like, who cares at this point? It's Friday, and we have survived. It's been one heck of a week of finger painting coop and 2 hours late every day.
That's
and
rough, girl.
I know.
That'd be an early bourbon and ginger in our house.
Bourbon and ginger.
Friday night and Saturday night, bourbon and ginger.
You know what her family does? You haven't done it in a while, have you? The lobster party.
Yeah, I hadn't. You'll be invited this year. You gonna bring the wine?
Yeah, they're the church that they attend has like a lobster fundraiser, and tell me about it. I can't remember. It's like you pay
So
like
it's
$20.
lobster no, it's $16 for a live or cooked lobster. They also sell meals and then shrimp. They did that separate and then we also sell hot dogs and hamburgers and homemade French fries, which are very good.
Do you do a chili cook-off too?
only like is a local church thing, like only for church members. But the lobster fair, all the money goes to outreach efforts. All of it. Now, a lot of churches use their fundraising things like St. Paul's for their operating budget. But all of our money is our outreach budget.
That's so cool.
Which is very good. We do it local. We try and do local, state, and international giving. So we always do, it used to be called Stop Hunger Now, but where you make the meals in your church so you get to have a hands-on activity. And then they send that out. So that's our big international thing. And then we give a lot of money to like the soup kitchen, the Joy Soup Kitchen.
Now, your kids go to school there.
Meredith does.
Her youngest.
That's in kindergarten now.
I know.
How can they be?
But that's I mean, like, there are some really great, most of the really, really great pre-Ks, when I mean pre-Ks, are like the 2 to 4 year old schools in town are all church affiliated. And they don't require you to be a member. Because we're in the Bible Belt, where there's literally a church on every corner, sometimes 2. And
no, there's a church right across from us.
Yeah, so it's amazing. Like, my daughter and my son went to a Methodist school, and now they're going to Catholic school. Now that they're getting older. Okay, tasting French fries. French fries and ketchup.
I just did mine plain.
Or French fries plain.
I did mine plain. I haven't tried it with the ketchup. Hey, love. What you want?
We
baby?
said the words, and all of a sudden the son comes in and says,
"Ooh." What do you want to try?
Does this even work?
Again,
let's pretend, baby.
So many.
Use your imagination.
Meredith's adorable children are here and playing with all of my kids' toys.
It's okay, that's my daughter's
name. Just say Meredith. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Thad.
We do it all the time.
And they're playing with all of my sons' and daughters' toys, and they keep coming to me saying, "Does it work?" I'm like, "Nope, needs batteries." "Does it work?" "Nope, needs batteries." I'm like, "Okay, note to self, batteries need to go on the list."
It's probably the same thing at our house because I'm not paying all this money for all these batteries for you to leave it on all day long.
I know, right? I totally get that.
Especially with flashlights. Now, one time, we had these little flashlights that the Easter Bunny brought one year. But the batteries kept running out. Well, because they left it on all day. So we were at Lowe's. What do we walk into the car with? Riley's like, "What's that flashing light?" That had stolen a flashlight.
Zana stole gum from the
We
Omega
had to
Sports
take it
this
back.
week.
I was like, "Lord have mercy, we're too young for this nonsense."
You took it back?
Okay, yes.
Enzo, we were at Lowe's, and Lowe's, like Lowe's home improvement store, it's like a Home Depot. They have like a point of purchase, like at the checkouts, they have random things of like chips and Funyuns and stuff, like
Things that don't belong
that
at
do
Lowe's.
not belong in a hardware
Do
store.
not belong at Lowe's at all.
Right? So,
All right, now I'll try with the kitchen.
So my son, when I wasn't looking, grabbed like a bag of potato chips off of one of those racks, opened it, and started eating it. And I didn't realize it until we were walking out to the car. And he's carrying something. I'm like, "You opened that bag of chips," and it was one of those like ones that you put in a lunchbox. It's about this big.
It probably cost
and
like
it was
$3.
$2.50. And I was like, I could get 2 like family size bags for that.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like,
the
you
cost
need
in
to-
there is ridiculous.
I know. So like I'm like, you need to walk back in there. Now we have to pay for that. And you know what? Now that money's going to come out of your piggy bank because that you need to understand the value of money. And I remember walking up to the like teller or whatever, like
Cashier?
the cashier. Thank you. And I was like, "Yeah, we need to pay for this." So like, don't worry about it. I'm like, "No, you don't understand. We need to pay for it." They're like, "Okay, ma'am. Like it's okay." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not okay." And I read an article.
Might still be heroin.
No, and I'm like, I read this article, and I think I posted it on my Facebook Live or my Facebook page about some mothers that are charging their kids things like rent.
Oh, I saw that.
And I thought that was a really interesting concept. It wasn't just like rent, but it was like
Water, utilities.
like, you know what? You need to understand that these things cost money. So you're going to get this amount of allowance, and some of this is going to go towards your rent, like, for your bedroom, and some of this is going to go towards your food, and then you're going to realize like how much this money that you think you have
Goes away.
shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks.
I think it's really cool.
I thought it was too, but there were so many people that were like, "How could you do that? They're just children." Blah blah blah. I'm like,
It's
they
really
gotta learn.
But really, you're inflating their allowance to create this thing so that it's a learning experience. Because really, am I going to give my kid $10 for allowance? No, I'm not.
Do you give your kids allowance yet?
Well, because we're lazy. We tried starting like making the bed, helping out with like setting the table. Well, that lasted like 2 days, so we are like, okay, when he turns 6, we are like, we've got to be on this. We have got to be like adulting and parenting. So when we're 6,
I'm not
we're
ready for
going to try.
adulting. Tell me how that works out.
I don't know. So I'm like, we have really got to get our stuff together and start doing allowance and stuff like that. But I think it's really cool. I remember my sister and I, we used to have, our rooms next to each other. We would play apartment and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of fun idea to think about rent and stuff like that.
Well, we don't give allowance yet. My kids are 6 and 2. So we don't do allowances yet. But it's amazing to me, like, the things that motivate them to behave. Like, if you make anything a competition between my 2 kids, like, who's going to finish their hot dog first? Who's going to be the winner? I'm going to be the winner. And it will be like, okay, well, you need to slow down because someone's going to choke. Like, it is like game on when there's you make it a competitive sport.
See,
but then we also have, we've done things like the clip system, like you see in your preschools or whatever. That worked at Christmas time because the clips came from the elf, Buddy the Elf. But
am I trying this now?
Yeah.
I ate all my Big Mac.
She ate all of her Big Mac filet fish.
Alas and alas.
Alas. So
I'll see how it pairs with fries.
we have this thing, I've had this here for the last couple days. It's Easter. It's Lenten season.
I am
so,
very impressed with your decorations.
okay, y'all that live in Greenville, you need to become members of Child Links. If I haven't, are you a Child Links member?
I thought it had closed.
No, it's not closed.
Excellent.
Child Links is this like county-wide, like funded facility where parents and teachers or caregivers or whatever can go to get things like training, or they can go for resources. So like literally I pay $20 a year and I can go and get die cuts to cut all those shapes, and I can go and I can bind things, or I can print things in color, or I can get bulletin board paper, or and they have a whole like facility that's full of toys that I can check out for my kids. So like my kids, like I don't want to buy them Hi-Ho Cheerio because what if they don't like it? I can borrow it, and I can borrow it like a library, check it out for 3 weeks, and they can play it. And if they like it, great.
That's
and
awesome.
if they don't, I haven't wasted the money on it, right? And
That's
it's all
awesome.
it's typically for children aged like 0 to 5 years old. And like I said, for a $20 membership where you can print pretty much unlimitedly in black and white and color, and bind, and like Cricut, and like die cut, and all the supplies are there, and toys and books and puppets, and yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. We use it a lot. But so yeah, all that stuff that you see up there is all from this like county wide
That's awesome.
provided
I remember my
service.
friend and I talking about it when our kids were 2, our first ones. Have I been there yet?
No,
Haven't made it.
It's most of the people that use it are teachers because they don't advertise because they're a government like sanctioned, or they're government funded, so they can't really advertise, so it's all word of mouth. So but it's really awesome and amazing, and I love it, and I would encourage it. They laminate too.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, you know what, sit still, I'm gonna laminate it.
But
But
you can use those next year.
I've been using them for like 3 years, which
That's
I made
awesome.
placemats for all my kids. So like,
We don't use places.
but placemats for like every season. So like, I have a Valentine's placemat, I have
But
a
they make
St.
them
Patrick's
at school.
right? And then what do? You go and you take them and you get them laminated.
Well, they already laminated. They
They do them
at school.
for every single like holiday, because I have them for every holiday.
We have them for a good amount.
I have them for
Enough
like Tuesdays.
that we.
Like I have them for everything because I can do all of the like this. Literally, I just cut all that stuff on. They provide you the paper. They provide you the
Yeah,
glue.
that's
They
awesome.
provide
I
you
mean,
everything.
that's an unbelievable
Yeah.
price.
Okay. Props. So y'all, you need to go out there if you live
Do
in
it.
Greenville. So we're Catholic, so we're celebrating Lent, and I don't know if you can read this little thing, but this is my current motivational strategy for my children. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. Basically, what it is that it's this jar, and it's got red beans in it, right? So what it says is there's a little tag here that says "Make a sacrifice for Jesus," and then put a bean in the jar. So Catholics during the month of or the 40 days of Lent, we try to make a sacrifice, which means we either like try to eliminate something from our life, or we try to do some extra good in our life for those 40 days. And so for these 40 days, I'm trying to, it's too much of a concept for kids their age to understand. So what we say is we're like, okay, there's all sorts of things that you can do that are good for God, like that will glorify God. And when you do those things, you get to go to the box, and you get to put a bean in the jar. So when you make a sacrifice for Jesus, then you put a bean in the jar, and then you collect these beans for 40 days. And then
I like that.
on Easter, when Jesus is risen, those beans, those red beans, magically, mystically turn themselves
Dinner?
into jelly beans.
Oh. Well, that is
So
fancy.
they totally look forward to that, and it's like a huge competition for them. So like, I'll be like, okay, you know what? If you go put your or you put your dirty clothes in the hamper, you get a bean. Or if you sit and eat your breakfast, you get a bean. Or if you don't hit your sister, you'll get a bean.
5 minutes, please, just for 5 minutes.
I know. So like that's and that seems to work. And of course, it's for 40 days. So we'll see. But most of the motivation that my children have it's a competitive thing. What kind of things motivate your kids?
They like dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Dessert is good. Watching TV, or we take away tablet time. Daddy got the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that was really for Daddy, not
I know.
for Dad.
It's always for Daddy. It's never for our
It's like
kids.
Santa got. I'm like, yeah, he did.
That's
Didn't
nice.
ask me about that one. That was just Daddy's doing that.
Yeah.
So now we have the Switch. But the Switch magically gets taken away a whole bunch. If you get a yellow at school, no Switch. You get a red, you sure as heck don't get a Switch.
Now, let me ask you this question. 'Cause you might be the same point. Is your son in public school?
Yes.
I have some friends that we're in the public school system, so we're probably on like a different, what's the word? I don't know, curriculum. Like my friends will come to me and say, "Oh, Joey's reading at a level J," and I'm, "What level is your daughter
We're
reading
at D.
And I'm like, "Level? We
D.
don't do levels. I have no idea what you're talking about. Levels. No idea." Hey, Chris, college friend of mine. Chris is awesome. He is one of like my husband's fraternity brother, friends of a friend. He's like awesome guy, and he is really a big proponent of like women's rights, and he's just like a great dad, and he's like, he's really good about recognizing women for the talents and beauty that we are. Not beauty, but like inner beauty, intelligence, power that we are. He's really a good guy, and I'm really glad that he's joined. Chris, are you drinking something with us tonight? Because we have successfully paired a Big Mac with both Malbec and a Shiraz. Which did you prefer?
Well, I'm a Malbec kind of girl, so.
Malbec is what she's going
But
with.
this
The
is
Malbec.
good too.
Then the
You
Shiraz.
can see I'm a lightweight.
She has to, we can
I
call
still
an
gotta
Uber.
try.
We can call an Uber for her. That's why I love doing these wine tastings at my house, because I just like,
You don't have to go nowhere.
I don't have to take anything home. Like, I
No.
just gotta hang out here, right? I ate my filet of fish sandwich.
Mostly.
Mostly. We had two.
That's why she's so thin.
No,
That's
it's
why I
not
go to
why I'm so
body-
thin. I'm 6 foot. I got a lot of real estate to hide a lot of stuff. So we were tasting a rosé, right? And we were also tasting a Sauvignon Blanc with the filet of fish. And although all of the experts were saying rosé, because it helps cut the acidity of the pickles and the relish, I think I prefer the Sauvignon Blanc. It has a little bit of frisance, a little bit of fizz. I kind of really like that. They also recommended pairing French fries with champagne or sparkling
Try
wine.
some of your fizz.
Fizz. Oh,
I think that's,
yes. Are you a red wine drinker or a red wine?
It just
White
depends
red?
on the season.
And how much she's had to drink prior, right?
I'm such a lightweight.
She's not lightweight. She's hardcore with glitter on the floor, I might add. Because I've seen her do some serious yoga positions. Don't mess with this bitch. She's got it going on. I said the B word. Yeah, well, sorry.
It does have a little fizz.
It's not
It's
champagne.
not a lot.
It's a frizzant. It's a little bit of a tingle.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would not have guessed. But there it is.
She's guessing.
But let's see.
Taste it with a French fry.
Walk we're good.
Okay, so here's the next question for you. If you have, as moms, like it is a luxury for us to have like a shower.
I shower at that's why I shower at the gym.
She does shower at the gym.
I
Like
do.
so, but it's like a luxury for moms to shower and to brush their teeth. So like if it, on your day-to-day, like, okay, I can have one or the other, what's going to be?
I always did it. Even when they were babies. I was like, I don't know what people are doing
Both?
because...
You did both?
Yes.
Shower and brush your teeth?
And worked out.
Okay, so... Okay,
During
but like,
nap time.
But like, you literally have 30 seconds and you can choose one or the other. Like
If I
you're
had
going
to
to the
choose-
electric chair and you can have a tooth brushing episode or a showering. What would it be?
That's a tough one. Because when your teeth are fuzzy, you've got to brush your teeth. But sometimes the shower is so lovely. I guess a shower, man.
I know. I'm kind of with you. So, like, I would go for the shower prior to the brushing of teeth. And I say, I'm probably going to throw a poll out there, by the way, on my
It's a good poll
thing.
question.
Because
it's a tough one. I always did that
it is
both.
a tough one. Because I think that, like, if you're one of those people that say, toothbrushing is my priority, that it is kind
You're
of like
be kissing somebody.
that, or it's like, you know what, it's about me and how I feel. And that's most important, which is a very strong trait. And I think that's amazing. And if you're those that are like, oh no, dude, I need to shower, it's because you know what? I smell and I am like self-conscious and I don't want people to smell me. They don't need to necessarily smell my breath, but they are going to smell the BO coming off my body.
I sometimes feel like that at the gym, just even before we start. I'm like, man, can you just smell me?
Yeah, I know. You know what? The other day, like,
I don't shower before the gym because that's crazy.
well, let me tell you, I know I shower before the gym. I don't shower after.
You don't shower after?
I mean, I shower after, but like I shower first thing in the morning. I shower prior to gym is what I'm getting. But I will tell you this, that like,
You should still get dressed before.
shameful as it is, the other day, like I bathe my kids almost every day, especially because there's been so many germs going around recently.
Oh, you're so much. We wash hands before every meal, but
Yeah, no, we were big proponents of washing
but
hands.
bless
and-
if
and
we
the gel.
can get more than one tub a week.
Oh my gosh! Well, I will tell you that like, my kids are like in a gym, like in a gymnastics environment.
Oh yeah.
And,
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
That's
or they're
different.
like rolling around in the mud, or like I said, my daughter in the mulch or in the sand. I'm like,
Yeah,
so
okay.
they need to be
Just
cleaned.
bad. Usually they get like Nana and Papa if we go to dinner there on Sundays.
Here you go, they're all yours. Yeah.
Then she'll give them a bath, and that's fantastic because she enjoys it, and then she gets to take up on all my slack, and so she'll like cut their nails and do Meredith's nails, and she might be trying to say that I'm a bad mom, but I don't care because I don't have to do it.
I feel like a horrible mom because this week, like my daughter, she was misbehaving and she was overtired, and like I was like, I'm not gonna even try to throw you into a bath or a shower right now. I'm putting you right to bed because what she did. This is what she did. She came and she took. Okay, there's literally like an entire bag of beans in here, like red beans, like you know, like the dried beans. Like there's probably 1,000
I
in
would
here.
still make a meal with that afterwards.
I could use it year after year.
Then they're probably
I
pretty
heard
old.
this click, click, click. She was taking them last night and launching them all over the house. And I'm like, okay, someone's going to slip or fall on them. My dog's going to eat them. Like, I'm going to be vacuuming them up in the vacuum.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
rough.
I was so upset. And she was so overtired. I'm like, you're just going to bed. And I put her upstairs to bed. And I'm like, but she didn't have any kind of shower or bath. So I woke up this morning and I Febrezed my child. I actually Febrezed my child because I thought people are going to smell her stinkiness.
Oh, see, my children have to beg for a bath. Meredith's like,
Oh, I know, but like, do they shower?
I smell. She's like, no.
Do they shower or bath?
Thad likes showers, and Meredith likes baths. So we do baths because that way they're all together and it's easier.
How much longer are you going to do joint
Well,
cleaning?
see, my husband just brought that up the other day. He said,
I'm asking because I think we're at that point.
I think that was the last one because Thad really just likes a shower, and Meredith really likes to see his penis.
They
She's
do,
like her
and they
mother.
touch each other.
Yes, Meredith loves to see the penis, and she likes to, because my son is uncircumcised, and so she loves to see the big penis.
I don't mean to get personal.
No.
But is your husband circumcised or not?
He is, but we decided that we would not. We're going to make a change.
We're Catholically circumcised.
Uh-huh.
So we're in the hospital, and we're like, okay, we want our doctor to circumcise, right? So I'm like recovering from C-section, and we're walking down.
Oh, C-section.
I'm like literally like in my walker with the baby in the bassinet, pushing him down to the surgery.
That's hard, girl.
Okay.
I was walking laps after mine with a natural birth.
Oh, with my husband. I'm like, okay, we're walking down there, and the doctor's like, okay, Angelo, my husband. He's like, here you go, here are your gloves. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you're going to be assisting with the procedure. My husband's like, I so did not. We felt so bad because we didn't want this is so crazy. The kid's like less than 24 hours old, and we're like, we don't want him. This is something he needs to do, and we know he's never going to remember it. We just don't want him to be alone when it happens. So is it okay if we come to see the procedure, to be here? And our doctor's like, sure, right? Mm-hmm. So here we're walking down there with him, and the doctor's like, here you go, Angelo. Here are some gloves. And he's like, what are the gloves for? And like, he's like, well, you're going to assist with the procedure. My husband's like, what? Like, I'm going to be snipping my child? So I'm like in a wheelchair with my camera taking pictures as my husband is helping to circumcise our son.
Wow. Well, Thad was actually in the NICU for the first week of his life.
Was he really?
He was.
I didn't know that. What was the reason for the NICU-ness?
They call it lazy white boy. And
are you serious? Like, I didn't
that's the nickname for it, is lazy white boy, because it's predominant in white males. And they have a hard time breathing on their own at first. And so he had barrel chest. He had to be on a ventilator for like a little while. And then when he came out, I had to fight for my right to breastfeed. They had put him, for Meredith, I refused the vitamin K shot. I refused that. The nurse was surprised when he bled. He was hard to stick for the blood things.
He was dehydrated.
Well, no, it's because vitamin K makes your blood clot. Why don't you know that? Why do I know that?
And you, a medical professional.
You don't know that. I said, it's the vitamin K. I refused it with Meredith, and I refused the eye thing with Meredith too.
Oh yeah, the drops.
Because she came out just right as rain. But that, since he had all his problems, we went ahead with all those things.
Right as rain. That's such a southern thing.
But she was, but he had this. So then he was on that, and then because he was in the NICU, they have to do a blood draw to check them. And then they had to do a spinal tap because his was slightly at his white count.
And that's your firstborn. You must have been
Yes, it was awful.
out.
So we had to be there for a week, and he had to be on antibiotics for a week. Well, then they miscounted the number of antibiotics. It's like, how do you miscount 7 days? But they did, and then they were like, oh, we actually get to let you out early. I was like, well, I thought that's what it counted out to be, but... So we got, so they missed that, and then, but it lucked out that we were there, because we would have had to go right back anyway, because he had to be under the UV lights for his Billy Reuben
in the warm.
And then the nurses, even though they are a breastfeeding happy family,
they are huge.
But no, because the nurse there was trying to make me feel bad for breastfeeding. And that's why she was like, oh, she was doing formula.
Boob shaming? She was boob shaming.
Boob shaming me. And they were like, oh, your milk's coming out. I had tons of stuff coming out. I had crystals in my breast.
Oh, wow. You need to get it out.
I needed, and it was like, no, it's coming out. It's fine. It's just, and then you had to, it was a mess. It was awful first week. And we had a doula for our first one, which was amazing.
I know people that do doulas, and it sounds awesome.
Doulas are amazing, and I really...
If I was to natural birth again, I would do
I did natural births for both of them, and we thought...
When I say natural, that means that, like, I actually, spit one out, but I didn't have... I was C-section, so I was all blocked.
I did natural births, and I did no drugs for either one of them. The second one was so much easier, but for the second one, if we had the doula, like the first... one was, I was so glad we had the doula, because I didn't want the drip, because I knew I was going to do a natural birth and I was going to do it. So she was very helpful in getting it out and getting me back in my regular clothes, because I wouldn't have had the balls to say it without her, and she did it for me. She was awesome. For the second one, we knew we could say no to those things, and then by then we'd already had that natural birth, and so they were more receptive to it. But then she made me, I was on my hands and knees in horse stance for yogas, for giving birth to Meredith, which is how I gave birth to Thad. She made me turn over to the traditional thing, the traditional position, which hurt like heck. And I didn't realize until after I had given birth to her that she did that for her own peace of mind, because it was easier for her to give birth. Sure. And she was a midwife. If I had a doula,
the doula
she would have been like,
ma'am.
why are you going to make her turn over?
Right.
No.
God bless you for doing it all that natural.
I think it was easier, because I don't do well with drugs, as you can see how quickly I get drunk. I don't do
She's
well.
Not drunk. I'm not going to let her drive home like that.
No. But I don't do well with medicines, like a lot of medicines. Yeah. Like after I had my wisdom teeth pulled with the Pitocin, like that. Well, not Pitocin.
I was like, Pitocin stimulates labor.
No, that is. They gave me that after Meredith because I was bleeding too much, and that was fine. But
Man, she's been through the ringer. I just got slit open from left to right.
that sounds awful because I got up, I had the kids, I walked around, I was doing laps. I was like, this feels fine. Put some ice down there.
I did too, though. They were like, most of the time when you deliver by C-section, they encourage you within within 24 hours to walk. And I was like, I remember like Enzo being born, and literally within the first hour, I was like, I need to walk because I was super I was ridiculously in the gym 2 or 3 times a day, exercising. I was very fit as a pregnant woman. And I was like, I gotta get up, I gotta walk, I gotta do this, I gotta get off the baby weight, I gotta go. And they're like, dude, you just had yourself slit open. I'm like, I don't care. And like, no, you have a catheter. We're gonna at least wait till, give it some time or whatever. I'm like, But yeah, I was one of those moms. I wasn't one of the others where they have to force you to become active.
Yes, but just watching them walk, it looks awful. And I had the friends who had it. The recovery for that does not look pleasant.
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
But with a natural birth, I did not tear with either child.
Oh, did you Kegel? I never Kegled, and I'm worried about
I did
Kegling.
some Kegling. I do some Kegling now because you can tell.
Are you how?
35.
Oh my gosh, you were a child. I wasn't even pregnant at 35.
Oh my gosh.
I was 37 with my first.
Oh my gosh.
37. I was talking to my yoga / combat / bar instructor today.
Oh, Peach?
No. Christy.
Christy doesn't do combat.
No, yeah, she did. Well, she does combat, but
she takes it.
She
doesn't teach it.
She's like crazy fit and gorgeous.
She
and
is amazing. She's like 40-something.
Let me tell you, I asked her because I remember she would be coming to the gym and these classes, and I'm thinking, wow, she's kind of looking a little like she's gained some weight. I never said anything to her, but then she comes out and she's like, yeah, I didn't know it, but I've been pregnant, and I'm like 7 months pregnant. And we're like, okay.
Oh my God, Christy,
she's like, I never would have thought. She's like, I went off the pill. She's like, I'm 40-something. I never would have thought that I would have been able to get pregnant. I was like, how old were you when you had your child? She was like 43.
Christy looks amazing.
I was like,
Christy
43. That is freaking awesome. And she'd been on birth control since she was in her 20s or whatever.
It took me forever to have a normal period after my birth control.
Oh, don't even get me started with all the trials I went through, with in vitro and I'm right there with it. But I was like, I remember thinking to myself, can you imagine thinking I'm 40-something and I'm going to go off the pill. It's not going to happen. And then finding out when you're 7+ months pregnant.
She is so fit.
She's ridiculously
so fit. I thought she was in her 30s. No, and she's like, I was 40, 44. Whatever. I was like, say what? Here. And Peach is amazing.
Thank you. My daughter just gave me a piece of cheese that she probably peeled off a piece of pizza and maybe licked.
I remember I used to peel the cheese off and eat that because that was the most delicious
That was the best part of the pizza. You know what my daughter was doing today? She would take her pants down, and she pulled her little pull-up down, and she's like, hi, Mom. And she stuck her butt in her face. She'd go, I'm farting on you. She's 2. Where do you think she learned that from?
I don't know, but my daughter...
Maybe my son?
Meredith came down the stairs and she said, hi, Google, look at my booty. And you know what Google did? Google started to play a booty mix on Pandora. And my husband has
Delicious.
And my husband has it so that he can hear the request because Google just started talking to us. And he was like, it's not like the Alexa laughing, which is creepy.
I know. Did you hear about that?
I did. My husband was telling me about last night. I was like, I'd make you take that outside the house.
All of you that don't know about this, okay, I have an Alexa, the little echoes or the dots or whatever, where you can talk to Alexa and say, tell me all the things I need to know in the world, whatever. She's awesome. She's like a Siri. Apparently there was some sort of programming glitch. And so randomly, at weird random times in the middle of the night, Alexa will just start laughing and cackling.
And sometimes it's not even what they have. Why do they have her programmed to laugh?
Why did they do that? It's not like they're saying, hey, Alexa, tell me a joke. Ha, 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 ha.
No.
It's midnight and you're asleep and she starts cackling for no reason. I shouldn't speak that loud because Alexa just heard me.
Yeah, I'd freak out, man.
I know.
I'd be like, that's like dolls.
I don't know that.
I know. Alexa doesn't know that, but she knows everything else.
I will say, how you laugh maniacally.
I know. I will say that Alexa has really changed my life because it's so awesome to be like, okay, hey Alexa, add oranges to my grocery list. I don't want to say it too loud because she'll hear me and she'll be like, okay, I just added them to your grocery list. I can say, hey Alexa, remind me at noon I need to do this, or hey, it's awesome. It really is awesome.
Does she play games?
She will play games.
Google plays games, and that's pretty fun.
Yeah, and every week, you get sent this email saying, hey, try these fun tricks with your Alexa, which is great. We love it. But like, if she started cackling at me in the middle of the night when I'm alone with
Out.
2 kids,
Out.
I'd be like, dude,
You gotta go.
I just said, dude, I'm calling the po-po. But on that
gotta
note,
go.
we have officially been online for at least an hour.
Oh wow.
I know, it goes fast, right? So
does.
thank you for devouring a Big Mac, a filet of fish, quarter pound of french fries, ice Coke, thick shakes, sundaes, and apple pie.
So what? You were fast. You were fast with your Miss Mary
And the
Mac.
Coke ran away with a spoon.
Just Miss Mary Mac.
Thank you for joining us. We will be back again next week. I already have some things brewing in my mind as to what we are going to be tasting.
Well, if you have good beer.
I was going to say, we're going to be doing wines and beers, I think, next week. But
I'm
again,
a huge beer person because that's what my husband does, and so now
Yep.
I am into beer.
yes. So we, again, it will be Friday, so like I can't do meat. So it'll probably be something meatless, snacky like. And we will be doing both beers and wines next week. So tell your friends. Tell your friends. Sound good?
Yes, I'm
So
trying to think
to
of
all
this
you
beer.
moms, you made it through another week. Congratulations.
Happy Friday.
Dads are home at this point.
Unless it's yours.
Unless it's mine. It's your time, baby. Go Netflix binge or take a shower. Something.
your
It's
teeth.
your brush your teeth. It's your time, baby. It's all about you now, right? So happy Friday.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining me, Megan. Have a great weekend, ladies. We will see you sometime next week. Thanks for joining.